What's up, ladies and gentlemen? LeeWeeGee here, and if you're new to the channel, I like to play new games and retro games. Also like to meme a little bit, have a little haha on my channel every once in a while, and sometimes I do reaction videos and whatnot. You know, I'm trying to branch out and do more stuff besides just gaming, and I'd probably do a lot more if my internet service provider would allow me, but I have the slowest internet in the world, so I do what I can. But today I was going to upload a video of me playing The Stray, because that's one of the games I've been playing on my channel, is The Stray. It's a cute little game about a kitty cat in a cyberpunk kind of city, and you meet up with some robot guys that seem pretty cool. But it just came to my attention that The Stray is racist. Now, I don't actually believe that the game is racist, because it's coming from Kotaku. And if anybody knows anything about games journalism, it's been dead for like a long time now. I don't even know, like, are they just like throwing their money into it? Like, it's like I don't know how it's still around, to be honest. I really don't. Because it was way back in 2014 or something. I noticed games and media started, getting shit on, and, this movie's not diverse enough, or, this game's political and whatever, cancel this, cancel that, and like cancel culture just got out of control. But I grew up in a time where I got Game Pros, Electronic Gaming Monthlies, Nintendo Powers, when games journalists actually took the time to play the game and to talk about the game and not self-insert themselves into it and make something about, nothing, basically. So, to me, games journalism has just been dead for a long time. That's just my opinion. Now, to be fair, I don't think all games journalists are bad. There are a lot of really good games journalists out there. But I would say for every 10 articles or so that are written, 9 of them are complete shit. With one, maybe 2, being actually good, legit articles talking about the game. And not politics or just whatever they want to throw in there. But you have to, like, sift through all the shit to get to the actual good article. Which brings me to, this one about The Stray being racist. I hope that for some reason they think the cat in Stray is racist. Because that would be funny. I think that would be pretty funny. I mean, they've wrote some pretty hilarious articles before. But the Stray, the cat being racist, that would be kind of funny. Stray falls into the usual Orientalism pitfalls of the cyberpunk genre. The cat simulation game appropriates Asian aesthetics, but doesn't grapple with the walled city's historical legacy. Oh boy. If you felt uncomfortable about the rice patty hats in Stray, you aren't the only one. Stray lists Asian aesthetics to evoke exoticism and danger, but it doesn't engage with the history of the city it appropriates. Alright, so what I'm getting out of this article so far is I'm a racist, because in my previous episode of The Stray, well, just see for yourself. I like that outfit. LeeWeeGee from the future here. But I just wanted to stop and say, Momo has an awesome fashion sense. So I seen Momo in the game, and I thought to myself, that's cool. I have a hat just like that. And I also got like a Hawaiian shirt that's kind of similar to his. And I went through it on just for the meme, just to be funny, because I wanted to look like Momo, one of the characters in The Stray. Actually, I thought about wearing that outfit, just for the meme, so I could look like a character within the game, because I thought that would be kind of funny and, kind of cool, because I really like The Stray so far. But apparently, according to Kotaku, that would make me like, what, a double racist? Because I would be wearing like a Hawaiian type shirt and like an Asian hat. Are you racist? Like, if you're playing the game, does that make you racist too? Like, I don't understand. Are we appropriating by playing The Stray? Because the reason I say that was there was a lot of outrage about Ghost of Tsushima, which I think was Game of the Year. That game is amazing. But since it was made by like Western devs, like 2 people on Twitter lost their minds, but somehow it blew up and became bigger with games journalists, pushing or whatever. But the game was just like, oh, it's cultural appropriation, blah, 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 because I guess, Japanese people didn't make it? I don't know. But what's funny about that is they were the only ones that had a problem with it. Like, the people that were supposed to be offended about that weren't offended. And let me show you something that I think's pretty cool. Ghost of Tsushima developers are now official tourism ambassadors to the real-life island of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima has reaped the rewards for developers' sucker punch. I mean, look at this. Fox and Connell spread the name and history of Tsushima to the whole world in such a wonderful way. Even a lot of Japanese people do not know the history of the Genko period. When it comes to the world, the name and location of Tsushima, it's literally unknown. So I cannot thank them enough for telling our story with such phenomenal graphics and profound stories. Mic drop. Like, if I don't have a mic, you know. I have a mic over here, but it's on my camera. If I had a mic right here, I would just drop it. Because that's what this seems to me. It seems like this Stray is suffering the same thing that Ghost of Tsushima did. People getting outraged for the sake of being outraged. I guess, like, you know, games journalists aren't relevant anymore, so they're just writing clickbait articles just to get people like me to notice them. Because otherwise, I would not be paying attention to this crap at all. But since I've been playing the game, and you know, I do own one of these hats because, whoop, my Yoshi fell over. I do own one of these hats, and I think it's really cool because, in my opinion, I think we should learn about each other, about each other's culture. Because my channel, I don't care what your politics are. I don't care what race you are. I don't care what gender, you know, sexuality. I don't care about any of that stuff. I'm a gamer. You're probably a gamer. That's why you're here. And that's what it's all about. It's just us gamers just, you know, sitting around and enjoying each other's, you know, company. You enjoy my videos and you know, I say stuff that you like. I might say stuff you don't like. But, you know, all in all, we can get along. Because I would love nothing more than this world just to have one big circle jerk where we can all just get along and just love each other. And, you know, despite our differences. But you always get crap like this, just, you know, about the Stray. It's like, I don't understand. I just don't understand games journalism. Like, that's why I go to YouTube. That's why I wanted to be a YouTuber, because I'll go to somebody whose channel is really big, and I'll go to somebody's channel that's real small, and I'll check them out and see what they have to say about the game, kind of compare what they say, and then kind of form my own opinion, and then I'll go and get the game. But here's a good rule of thumb. If a game journalist says that the game sucks, or there's something bad about it, or whatever, that usually means it's pretty good. And you can go along with movies the same way. If, you know, a critic is saying a movie sucks, it's generally good. And as a matter of fact, you know, I've got a few games here. I've got games, thanks to games journalists, I bought Atelier Ryza and Ryza 2. You know, that's the game where they were talking about the chick, you know, having the big thick thighs or whatever, but they forget that there's a dude right beside him. He's probably like 6 foot tall or whatever. He's got like abs like for days. Women were like, oh, we can't identify as her, but people literally cosplayed her perfectly. But nobody talks about the dude. Nobody wants to say anything about him. I can't identify as that. I don't have like abs like him. I'm not as tall as him. I'll probably never be as tall as him. I'm done growing. And it sucks. But that's just how it is. This is not real life. This is fictional. No need to get triggered. No need to get triggered. Like, when I play a game, I want to be a badass. I don't want to be like a little small person. As a matter of fact, most of the time when you see me playing games, I'm playing as girls. Because I think girls are cool. And I grew up, you know, I played a lot of games as dudes. And, you know, this is another video I can make why I play as, like, female characters. You know, I should make that video. If you're interested, comment down below if you want to know why I like the ladies. But I also bought another game because this one's called The Sense. It's pretty cool. Obviously, the boobs. That's why this game was getting some shit. But, you know, it's a pretty cool game. You should definitely check it out. I really like it. And they were getting canceled on Twitter because they was making a female character sexy. We can't have that nowadays. It's okay for the dudes to be sexy, but the women, no. Women cannot be sexy this day and age. I don't know I don't know what's wrong. It feels like opposite, where like I shifted dimensions and I don't belong here. I really feel like I should be somewhere else right now. But am I getting canceled? Because I wore this hat. I was just trying to be like Momo, and I appreciate other cultures. I like to know about other cultures, and I think it's good that we get involved and learn about that type of stuff. And I don't not once think anything about it being racist. So am I going to get canceled? Now I'll tell you what. If I was a big YouTuber or a Twitch streamer, if I was like PewDiePie or Asmongold, there would probably be an article written about me. Wearing this outfit. Look at LeeWeeGee. He's appropriating culture. Wah, cancel him. I mean, I'm just saying. I'm glad I'm a small creator. I mean, I can still get out there. Somebody can still tweet it out. And, they would try to cancel me, which I really don't care if they try or not. But I'm just saying, am I getting canceled? Because, I welcome everybody to my channel. I love all y'all. Some of y'all get on my nerves. I disagree with y'all. Some of y'all have some really shit takes, shit comments. I just ignore you because you ain't worth my time. But all in all, I want everybody to be welcome to this channel. I want everybody to be able to laugh, watch me fail at monkey ball, that sort of thing. But I'm not done yet. I just want to make it, for the people that don't know how bad games journalism is, I just want to show you a few things. Now look at this article. In February the 21st of 2019 is when this is updated. Resident Evil 2 mod strips Mr. X down to an umbrella thong speedo run. As you see right there, it's Mr. X wearing a thong. Alrighty. Here's a thong. Have you considered what Mr. X from Resident Evil 2 remake looks like underneath this trench coat and hat? No, sir, I have not. I have not thought about that. Now, with that aside, Jill Claire, Sheba, I mean, I'm just saying. The Beach Boy X mod, available to download from Nexus Mods, I can't talk, replaces Mr. X coat with fancy swimwear, flip-flops, and sunglasses. In short, it gives Mr. X an umbrella-themed thong. Okay, this is not in the game. This is a mod. This is not Mr. X. This is not how he's supposed to look. And he's like a freaking tyrant, monster thing. Okay, like what kind of... well, I can't say anything. I like monster girls, but there's a difference in like those kind of monsters and like this monster's trying to like kill or whatever. But anyways, all right, you see this, and it was February 21st, 2019. I remember this shit when it was first published. And it triggered the dog shit out of me. And I've been trying not to talk about this for a long time. But since that shitty Stray article come out, I thought, it was worth mentioning. Okay, February 21st, 2019. Remember that. Here we go. March the 4th, 2019. Dead or Alive 6 review. Naff and likely to embarrass. Better off dead. Okay, well, that's an interesting take. Dead or Alive 6 stumbles into 2019 like a drunken uncle staggers onto the dance floor at a wedding, past it and likely to embarrass. Ah, Dead or Alive, the boob game. Ah, Resident Evil 2, the Mr. X thong game, right? Am I right? The kawaii cash grab, the Japanese fighter more famous for his bouncing press than his juggle combos. And I just gotta say, I've been playing Dead or Alive. I've been playing Ninja Gaiden from when it was on the NES because Ryu Hayabusa is in this game. And I've been playing, Tecmo games for a long time now. And Dead or Alive, like, it has a pretty good story. Like, you may think I'm joking, but watch the Dead or Alive 2 intro. Man, that blows me away. I would show it, but it has a Aerosmith song, I believe, and that would get me copyrighted. But, it's a really, really good intro. And what kills me is, do people forget that there's dudes in the game? You can, like, put dudes, like, dress them down. I mean, it's not just the girls that has bouncing boobs. And one thing that the games journalists are salty about is they wanted to whine and cry and cancel Dead or Alive. Because at one point, the developers were like, we're not going to have the boobs so bouncy and, whatever. And it says, let's see if he mentions it here. Yeah, Yeah, here we go. Dead or Alive 6 has endured a tiresome, weird bait and switch from the developers at Team Ninja. At reveal, we were told that heavily sexualized female characters of old have been ditched in favor of a more realistic look in line with, heavy hitting fighting. All right, So that's what they did. They probably said that just to get them off their back. And I didn't even want to buy the game. I'm just like, why is everybody caving to these people that probably don't even want to play your game anyways? Why are you caving? Why are you changing what your game is just to cater to like the 1% of people? They're not doing it for the fans, because the fans, they want to see, sweaty dudes and bouncing booby girls like everywhere. That's just how it is. I mean, that's what they come here for. I mean, the fighting is pretty cool. I like the story, but let's be real here. We all know why people play this game. But they just act like there's no guys in the game at all. Like, he wants Mr. X in a thong, but forbid, we have Dead or Alive with bouncing boobs. You can't have that. That's just too far. Mr. X in a thong, though, hell yeah, let that happen. And this is the real game. This is Dead or Alive. This is how it is. This is how it's been for years. This game's probably older than the dude writing an article. But Mr. X, that's not even in the game. Let's strip him down, though. I'm sure Capcom appreciates that, This is the actual game. The thong, it's not. You see what I'm saying? This is just, it's craziness. And another thing I wanted to point out, Mortal Kombat is one of my favorite games. I love Mortal Kombat. I've been playing it since the first one. I was one of the original OGs that ran out on Mortal Monday yelling Mortal Kombat on the playground. That's me. I was there. I was doing it. I love Mortal Kombat. But have you noticed the characters, like in the beginning, they've made it better now, but did you notice like how characters were like, females were covered up from head to toe, but Shao Kahn, he had his nipples and cock just hanging out. Not really, but he was like pretty freaking naked. I'm just saying. And, other characters, were too, and their costumes, you change stuff, whatever. That's okay, but the women, nah, you can't have that. I don't understand it, man. I don't get it. I don't know why they're doing all this crazy stuff. And, I know women get harassed, and, a lot of women gamers get harassed. Don't do that. Don't be assholes. Be nice to each other. Like, because I play games, and I play online from time to time. That's why I play on the Japanese server, because I don't hear this shit so much, or even at all. But I'll play Final Fantasy on a Japanese server, because, like, back in the old Xbox 360 days, those lobbies got pretty rough. I'm just saying, it was pretty bad. Anytime a female comes in, it's like, you're a girl gamer, are you hot? You got big boobs? Don't do that shit. Just come on, don't do that. I know people that are, like, were the same age as me doing that shit. Don't treat everybody nice. Don't be an asshole. Maybe do the occasional teabag, but just leave it at that, please. But all in all, I try to love everybody. I try to get along with everybody. I try to understand some of this garbage like this. But games journalism, to me, is just dead. They just need to stop. Games journalists need to stop. And the few good ones that we have need to band together. Like, look what happened to G4. Remember how G4 used to be? Then you see what they tried to do, with the, I'm not here to be easy on the eyes for you. Remember that woman or whatever? And then what they do, like, after that, after their stuff started failing, they brought Amaranth in and had her, like, in a little bouncy ball pit or pool or some kind of crap. Like, what are you thinking? It's like, come on. Now, ladies and gentlemen, at the end of the day, if you want to read these articles, or you like what the games journalists say, that's cool. I won't judge you for it. It's just not for me. And apparently, I looked around on YouTube and like everywhere. It's not for a lot of people. And I just don't know why they say some of the stuff that they say. Like, I wanted to see something about Days Gone or whatever, because I was like, oh, this game looks cool. About a dude with a motorcycle, like a zombie apocalypse or something. And one of the first things I see, like one of the first articles or whatever, was like, oh, it's another white male protagonist in the game. Why couldn't it be a colored Wahmen or something like that? It's like, what the fuck? I just want to know, is the game good? Like, what's it about? Why does it gotta go straight into that shit all the time? And so, if you don't believe me about games journalists, I got a little treat for you. I want you to check out something that I think's kind of funny. Would you want somebody like this to review a game for you that can't even beat like the tutorial? Alright, this video is Dean's Shameful Cuphead Demo versus a Pigeon Intelligence Test. Watch this. See, look. He's already got a head start. The Pigeon hasn't even started yet. And look, he's got writing on the wall. It says jump for a short jump, you know, and then like quick evade on ground or air. So basically it's telling him to jump and dash. It's written on the wall. This Pigeon, I don't think he could read even if it was written on the wall. I wanted to point that out. That Pigeon's really thinking about it. Oh, he's on the box. This is real. This is not a troll for those that haven't seen this. See? Look at the Pigeon go. So, this pigeon here had to move the box. See, the journalist didn't have to move the box. The box is stationary. All he had to do was get on the box, then jump and dash over. The Pigeon actually had to move his own box. I mean, come on. Alright, now let's look at the comments and see if we can find some juicy tidbits in here. Okay, here we go. The comparison is not fair. The Pigeon didn't have instructions. The Pigeon had to move the platform into place. The Pigeon is unable to jump dash. The Pigeon hasn't spent the last decade as a food puzzle journalist. The Pigeon has limited visual perspective. The Pigeon is a pigeon. Now, in the journalist's, defense, pigeons are pretty smart. But, he did have to move the platform into place, whereas his platform was in the place, The worst thing is that the Pigeon didn't have the instructions written on the wall. I hope the makers of Cuphead introduced games journalists as a new difficulty level that's simpler than easy. The worst bit is the Pigeon actually had to figure out how to move the block alongside reaching the higher objective. That playthrough was such a tragedy that ISIS claimed responsibility for it. Okay, you're being unreasonable. That Pigeon had a late start. How was that fair? Are video game journalists dumber than pigeons? The answer will not surprise you. Oh man, these comments. Oh. This is fucking great. I mean, who would win? A games journalist or one feathery boy? And also, here's the actual video that they put out. And right here, they updated the description. And they said, GameSpeak lead writer and reporter Dean Takahashi doesn't really play platformers or side-scrolling action games. He's bad at them. But since he was the only member of our staff in Germany during the time of Gamescom, he agreed to try it out for us. So, there you go. I mean, that's what they said. I thought, it was kind of like a troll. Like, he couldn't seriously be that bad. But my thing is, why would they have someone... It would be like taking me and making me play like a sports game, for the first time. I would be horrible at it. I don't think I would be that bad. I would get past the tutorial. But, I really don't understand. But I don't want, someone like that reviewing my games. I'm just saying, if you do, that's cool. That's cool or whatever. But, games journalism to me is just awful. And I think this is some of the reason why we get, some bad takes sometimes. I feel like the games journalists aren't really passionate about games. and they would rather work for like CNN or Fox News. That's just my opinion. And they didn't quite cut it, so they took the next best thing, I guess, and did games journalism. And I've actually heard before of some people actually writing articles about a game that they didn't play. And if that really is true, I've heard it. And I'm not going to say anybody's names or anything like that because I don't know how true that is or whatever. But that's pretty fucked up if they did that. Because I would love to be a games journalist. I mean, just take like Monkey Ball, for example, here. Monkey Ball. I played it on my channel. You know, I went all the way through and beat it. So I've got an opinion on it. So I wrote a little, you know, a little article myself. You know, I just threw something together for you guys' entertainment. Monkey Ball Banana Mania. From the outside looking in, this game looks to be like an easy kiddie game. Well, you'd be wrong for this game. It can be challenging to all gamers. The graphics and music are well done and what you'd expect for a game like this. The controls and physics of the game take some getting used to, but they're definitely manageable. I beat the main story, and I will say the game's difficulty is all over the place. You know, that's fair to say, right? One level will be super easy, and then the next one you'll be stuck for hours. Sometimes you just don't know what to do, or you might need a little luck based on your skill level with the game. There's challenges, a bunch of unlockable characters, modes, there's even amazing party games to play with your friends, so it has replay value. All in all, whether you're a longtime fan of the series or someone new to the game, you should definitely try out Monkey Ball Banana Mania. There's lots of fun to be had, and I would give it an 8 out of 10. I think that's reasonable. Hire me. I could be a games journalist, but I don't know if I want to work in that environment or not. But that's the kind of, you know, article I would want. You know, I want to know about the game. I want to know what they think about everything. You know, the controls, the music, the gameplay, all that stuff. But instead of getting actual reviews sometimes, we get really shit articles. I give you an example of an article that they would write. Let's just imagine what a games journalist, what kind of article would they write? If they was going to write one about the Stray, what would a games, let me get into the mind of a games journalist. What would they say about the Stray? This game makes me big angry. I can't identify with this racist, ableist, homophobic, misogynistic cat. I only played for about an hour, and I can't believe they would insult players by allowing straw hats to be worn by robots in an Asian city where there's no humans left alive. But who cares about a fictional story? Let's make this all about me. These robots are appropriating culture, and I will be offended for everyone. So let me tell you how you should think. This is Ghost of Tsushima all over again, and it's just fucking disgusting. This game needs to be canceled, and cancel LeeWeeGee for wearing a hat. I hate the Stray entirely. Now, maybe exaggerated a little bit, but deep down inside, that's probably what some of these journalists are thinking. They just can't come out and entirely shit all over something because they would get in trouble because, you know, it is their job after all. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you think I should be canceled for just, you know, just dressing up like Momo, be wearing a hat? Is there any games journalists that you guys like that you look up to and, you know, you read their articles? I would like to know. You know, I think that's pretty cool. And what did you think about, you know, all this? Oh, and there's a PlayStation 5 article you guys should check out. I don't have it handy right now. But basically, it starts out talking about the PS5. Really cool, you know, talking about specs and, you know, just different stuff. And, you know, oh, this is a good article finally. And then by the time it gets to the bottom, it's talking about, you know, Biden and Trump and the wall. And they're like, I don't know how Microsoft and Sony could put out some consoles when everything around us is burning down and everything is went to hell, but they're still putting out, like, really? We come to this to hear about the PS5. We don't care what you think about, you know, what you're thinking about politically. It's like, we don't care. We don't care. We come for the PS5. We come for Xbox. We come for Stray. We come for Dead or Alive. You know, although that Mr. X Speedo thing is kind of funny, but you see the hypocrisy. So, anyways, guys and gals, let me know what you think in the comments below. Should LeeWeeGee be canceled? I don't think so. But I know if I was a bigger YouTuber, they would probably be trying to cancel me. There'd be an article written on me, you know, whatever. But just comment down below what your thoughts are. This is just a different style video for me. I just thought I would say something just in case something did come out, since I did, you know, wear the hat in my last Stray video. But I genuinely like, you know, culture in general. I like learning about new stuff, and that's just how I am. And you know, I got this straw hat, so I think it's cool. It's not a big deal to me, and it's probably not a big deal to the person that sold it to me. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate all the love and support. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.